Ever thought about why you do what you do? You know, those little things you do without even thinking. You see, some of those little things are taking you further and further away from where you want to be in life. And some of the other things, the right things that is, will eventually give you everything you ever dreamed of. I'm talking, of course, about habits. And many years before James Clear launched his incredible book, Atomic Habits, there was a complete Bible on the subject by a dude named Charles Duhigg. The book is called The Power of Habit. And in this video, I'm going to take you through 5 things you need to know about habits to completely change your life. But before we get into the video, please make sure to like and subscribe so you get notified of these videos. I'm making a big commitment to YouTube this year, and it's my mission to leave you feeling better when you find my content. Let's go. The first thing I want to talk about is the habit loop, and it's an astonishingly simple concept involving 3 things: the cue, the reaction, and the reward. Imagine this, it's 5 AM and your alarm goes off in the morning. That annoying, relentless sound that reminds you to stop snoozing and get up. That's your cue. It's the trigger that sets off the whole chain of events in your habit loop. The next thing you do is shuffle down the stairs and stick on a freshly brewed cup of coffee. This, my friends, is the routine. It's the sequence of actions you automatically follow once that initial cue has been triggered. The coffee is done, and after a few sips, you're feeling a little less tired and ready for the day. That's the reward. It's what your brain has been longing for, the delightful payoff at the end of the routine. But here's the funny thing, it's not just about the caffeine kick or the warm, comforting feeling it gives you. It's about how it tells your brain, yes, that's right, good job. Keep doing this. The thing about habit loops is they aren't always as positive. Say we replace that alarm with a feeling of stress. This cue sparks different routines in lots of people. For some, it's a chance to go for a walk, hit a workout, and focus on activities to help reduce those stress levels. For others, it's finishing the day with a 3-hour Netflix binge or drowning your sorrows with a beer or 10. And although these reactions are completely opposite of each other, they still both produce a reward. The key to changing your life is understanding your cues and changing your reactions to them. So how do we change these reactions? It's by understanding the second thing on my list, which is the power of cravings. Let me ask you this. Have you ever walked into a place that smells of donuts? That sweet smelling, sugary scent gets you imagining what it's like to sink your teeth right into it. You might already be thinking about them now and might even be craving one yourself. And that, my friends, is the power of cravings. That right there is the real driver behind your habits. It's not the reward at the end of it all, it's the anticipation of the reward that gets you going. Your brain starts expecting that reward, craving it, yearning for it. Recognizing these cravings is what will separate you from achieving your goals or from taking you further and further away from them. It's understanding that these cravings are what pulls us into these routines. And it's these cravings that are the real power behind our habits. Going back now to our stress cue and the reactions that you take when you feel stressed. There are some reactions which are easier to do and produce a short-term benefit, such as alcohol, Netflix, and eating an entire birthday cake. Although these reactions give you a reward in the short term, in the long term, they are making you worse. And what you're craving is not the alcohol, the Netflix, or even the birthday cake. It's the temporary reduction in stress when experiencing them. The key to changing your habits is to understand your cravings and challenge yourself to find better ways of satisfying them. Which brings me swiftly on to number 3, and that's replacing bad habits. I want to look back at Charles's habit loop now. The cue, the reaction, and the reward. To replace bad habits, we only need to focus on one of these, and it's the reaction. It's hard to change the cues. They are everywhere around us, and life is pretty damn boring without any rewards in it. The key to replacing bad habits is to focus our effort and energy on our reaction to them. And a big one for a lot of people is stress. Most of the bad habits you do are to help you avoid discomfort. But something I always say is life is very counterintuitive. You have to embrace uncomfortable things if you want to feel more comfortable. So the next time you get a stress cue and want to react by doing something that's going to take you away from your goals, just pause for a second and ask yourself this: what do I want to do right now? And make sure that you write it down. Then ask yourself another question: what should you be doing right now? Once again, write it down and challenge yourself to do the thing you really should do, like going to the gym or going for a walk to reduce down your stress levels. Then, when you do the thing you should have done in the first place, just stop. Absorb the feelings of completing the thing, the endorphins, the reduction in stress, and remind your body and brain of this feeling next time you start to feel stressed. The more you challenge your reactions to your questions, the better you'll get at replacing your bad habits. We've come a long way in this episode already. We've explored the inner workings of our habits, and we've discovered how to replace bad habits with healthier ones. But now, we're going to talk about something that might sound a little bit mushy, but absolutely essential. We're going to talk about number 4, which is the importance of belief. Changing habits isn't all smooth sailing. It's a bit like trying to change the course of a ship mid-journey. There are going to be some choppy waves, some storms, and times where you wonder if you're ever going to see land again. And that's where belief comes in. If you don't believe that you can change these habits, then you're never going to do so. There's a couple of things I recommend to help you along your journey. The first one is making a commitment. As the great motivational speaker Les Brown once said, commitment is doing the thing you said you would do long after the minute you said it has passed. If you're looking to change a habit, you need to challenge yourself to do so. And a 30-day challenge could be the very ticket to making it happen. 30 days is enough time to notice your cues and change the reactions. But most importantly, start getting and feeling the rewards from the change into more positive reactions. My second tip is to hold yourself accountable to a group or community. This is so important because of probably the most essential thing you need to understand when it comes to getting things done. Time after time, we'll happily let ourselves down. We will convince ourselves out of doing something as the only person we have to answer to is ourselves. However, when it comes to letting other people down, we find that a lot more difficult. The more you hold yourself accountable to others and put some extra skin in the game, the more likely you are to change your habits. And also the more likely you are to believe that you can do it. The final takeaway from the book is what's known as Keystone Habits. Do you know what the biggest mistake that people make when it comes to changing habits? It's trying to change more than one at a time. Let's say you're looking to lose weight and have decided the changes in habits you need to make. Go to the gym 4 times a week, go to bed earlier and get 8 hours sleep, only eat healthy food, include daily stretching into your schedule. Trying to do all of this at the start is a recipe for disaster. The solution is to find the keystone habit out of these and just focus on that. Imagine these dominoes are habits, and to get them all done, we need to find the one that makes all the others easy to complete. That's a keystone habit. For this example, the keystone habit is getting regular exercise. When you start exercising consistently, you're not just benefiting from the physical activity itself. You're likely to start eating healthier because you don't want to undo all that hard work at the gym. You might start stretching more because the gym is making you tighter and you need to loosen up. You might sleep better because all this physical activity is making you want to go to bed earlier. You might even be more productive at work because regular exercise can help improve focus and energy levels. See what's happening here? You changed one habit, regular exercise, but it's had a ripple effect on your diet, sleep, and productivity. And that's the beauty of keystone habits. They're the habits that, when changed, cause a chain reaction affecting other habits. So, the power of habit. A massive game changer book that's going to help you create better habits, get more focused, and improve your life. And if you're looking for a video to watch with some of my best 38 pieces of wisdom from my 38 years on the planet, then give this video a watch next. Until next time, folks, adios, amigos. Charles Duhigg. The power. The book is called Is Before James Clear. Is before James. No.